Good calligraphy is the perfect harmony between control and freedom. In this video, I will compare two different styles of calligraphy: Arabic calligraphy and Chinese calligraphy. Chinese calligraphy started as a need to write things down, to have a language, and it grew into the art form it is today. A high level of technique and mastery is required to write calligraphy proficiently. Proper calligraphy requires every dot and line to be full of vigor, energy, and spirit. And the writer must be able to write the words perfectly in one try without going back for corrections. In Taiwan, the earliest form of calligraphy was derived from mainland China. Taiwan remains the only place in the world to preserve classical Chinese characters. There are many different script styles of Chinese calligraphy. Xing style, shown here by this artist, is a semi-cursive script. Chou style, the cursive script, is the most artistic looking. In Kai style, the regular script is the most popular and the one that we used in class. Kai style is the one we are most familiar with since we used it in class. In Kai style, each stroke is clear and separate, and the strokes are written at an average speed. The characters have a much more square structure than other styles. When an artist finishes a piece, they print their seal, also known as a chop, in red ink. The art of chop carving is still celebrated today. A chop is like a signature, used to withdraw money from the bank, to legalize a contract, and other day-to-day activities that require a unique print. At a basic level of discipline, calligraphy is a pursuit focused on writing well. As an art, it's appreciated more or only for its aesthetic qualities. Here are some examples of Chinese calligraphy as art. The art of Zen calligraphy is actually a Japanese one. However, Japanese calligraphy can find its roots from Chinese calligraphy, and they both have very similar techniques and principles. Zen calligraphy is influenced by and influenced Zen thought. When writing, concentration is key. There's only one chance to write, no going back, and whatever happens, happens. The brush writes a statement about the calligrapher in a moment of time. To write Zen calligraphy, one must clear the mind and enter no-mind state. It is based on the principles of Zen Buddhism and is practiced by Buddhist monks. They zen out while painting to clear their mind and find enlightenment. Very similar to Zen dance, one must relax and be completely focused. The result is simple artistic expression. In Zen calligraphy, there is a concept called ensho, which means circle in Japanese. It symbolizes the absolute, enlightenment, strength, elegance, the universe, and the void. In painting, it symbolizes a moment when the mind is free to simply let the body create. Zen Buddhists believe that the character of the artist is fully exposed in how he or she draws an ensho. For more than 1400 years, Muslims have considered calligraphy to be their highest form of visual art. Arabic calligraphy is known by some as Islamic, Persian, or Ottoman calligraphy, depending on the place of origin, word style, and language used. The Quran has some of the finest examples of Arabic calligraphy. However, this form of art is not limited to spiritual words. Poetry, royal decrees, stories, and proverbs are frequently conveyed through calligraphy. Writers of Arabic calligraphy use a qalam, a reed pen, to write.
Arabic, Ottoman, and Persian calligraphy is written using a reed pen. After the pen has been aged and treated, it is carved and the end is then slit in the middle to allow it to hold more ink. Finally, the tip is cut at an angle.
The sharper the better, really.
The word qalam translates to pen or pencil. Islamic calligraphy is based on the Arabic script, which for a long time was used by all Muslims in their respective languages. Calligraphy is the most venerated form of Islamic art because the Arabic script was the means of transmission of the Quran. The Arabic script was also used to represent Allah because they denied representing him with images. This is the Arabic character for Allah. When the Quran is copied by hand, it is thought to be a sacred act, and it is written in a spirit of meditation and prayer. In Arabic calligraphy, artists can go back and fix their mistakes, which is very different from Chinese and Japanese calligraphy. In the Islamic lands, calligraphy is understood to leave a trace of the writer's moral fiber, and the quality of writing is believed to reveal the writer's character and piety. This is a concept that can also be found in Chinese and Japanese calligraphy, as well as around the world. As you know, in English, people can tell our personalities just by our handwriting as well. Islamic and Chinese calligraphy both have spiritual connotations, but in different ways. Chinese calligraphy focuses more on the self and finding enlightenment and inner peace. Islamic calligraphy is more of a focus on a spiritual connection to a greater being, Allah. There is no doubt that both of these calligraphy styles take much skill and technique to master. Both require great focus and control when writing. Both are seen as gorgeous forms of art that have lasted for centuries, and hopefully will last for centuries more to come.